What if I told you that by 2026, the gap between rich and poor could become bigger than ever before? Not because people stopped working hard, but because the rules of money are changing. Right now, the wealthy are buying assets, learning AI, investing in technology, and preparing for the future. Meanwhile, millions of normal people are still living paycheck to paycheck, hoping things will somehow get better. And the scariest part? Most people won't realize what happened until it's too late. In today's video, we'll uncover why the middle class is shrinking, how the rich are getting richer during crises, and what you can do before 2026 changes everything forever. Watch this video till the end, because one idea here could completely change your financial future. Welcome back to *WealthFlow*, the channel where we uncover the hidden truths about money, wealth, business, and the future of the economy. If you want financial knowledge that schools never teach, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next few years could change your life forever. Now let's begin. #PART1 The world is changing fast. The world we grew up in is disappearing. For decades, people believed in a simple formula: go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, retire peacefully. But today, that system is breaking down. Look around you. Prices are rising everywhere. Food is expensive. Rent is expensive. Fuel is expensive. Education is expensive. But salaries? Most salaries are barely moving. This means millions of people are working harder than ever, yet falling behind every single year. And this is exactly where the divide begins. The rich own assets. The poor depend only on income. That one difference changes everything. Because when inflation rises, assets become more valuable. Stocks go up. Real estate goes up. Businesses grow. But workers? They struggle more and more. This is why many experts believe the middle class could become much smaller by 2026. Not because people are lazy, but because the financial system rewards ownership, not effort. Part 2 Why the rich keep winning. Have you ever noticed something strange? Whenever there's a crisis, rich people somehow become even richer. During economic crashes, average people panic. But wealthy people buy opportunities. Why? Because they understand one important rule: money moves from fear to knowledge. When markets crash, ordinary people sell. The rich buy assets at cheap prices. When inflation rises, poor people lose purchasing power. The rich own businesses that increase prices. When new technology appears, average people fear losing jobs. The rich invest early and profit massively. This is exactly what's happening with artificial intelligence right now. AI is replacing tasks faster than most people expected. Companies are automating jobs. Businesses are reducing costs. And the people who understand technology early are building massive wealth. History repeats itself every time. During the internet boom, some people ignored it. Others became billionaires. During the crypto boom, many laughed. Others became millionaires. And now, AI, automation, and digital economies are creating another massive shift. The question is, which side will you be on? Part 3 The death of the traditional job. One of the biggest reasons the rich-poor divide may explode by 2026 is the changing job market. In the past, having a degree almost guaranteed stability. Today, even highly educated people struggle financially. Why? Because companies no longer need massive numbers of workers. Technology increases productivity. One person with AI tools can now do the work of 5 people. This saves companies money, but creates pressure on workers. And this trend is accelerating. The scary truth is, many jobs that exist today may completely change within the next few years. Customer support, basic design, data entry, simple writing, administrative work. Automation is already replacing parts of these industries. But here's the opportunity most people miss. Every economic shift creates winners too. The people who adapt early often benefit the most. That's why learning high-value skills is becoming more important than ever. Skills like sales content creation, AI tools, marketing, business, investing, communication. The future belongs to people who can solve problems, not just follow routines. Part 4: Why saving money alone is dangerous. For years, people were told, save money in the bank and you'll be safe. But inflation changed everything. If inflation rises faster than your savings, your money loses value every year. That means even if your bank balance looks bigger, your purchasing power becomes smaller. This is one of the biggest hidden problems in modern economies. The rich understand this. That's why they focus on assets. Assets produce income. Assets grow over time. Assets protect wealth from inflation. Poor people often buy liabilities. The wealthy buy things that generate cash flow. This mindset difference is huge. A poor mindset asks, what can I buy? A wealthy mindset asks, what can make me money? And by 2026, this difference could become even more extreme. Because the future economy may reward ownership more than labor. Part 5: The rise of digital wealth. Another massive change happening right now is digital wealth creation. 20 years ago, becoming rich usually required big offices, huge investments, powerful connections. Today, a single person with a smartphone can build an audience worth millions. YouTubers, online businesses, digital products, freelancers, entrepreneurs. The internet changed the rules forever. But most people still think like it's 2005. They wait for permission. They wait for the perfect time. Meanwhile, others are building income streams online every single day. This is why social media is becoming one of the biggest wealth tools in history. Attention is the new currency. And creators who understand this early can completely transform their lives. That's why channels like *Wealthflow* are growing. People are hungry for financial knowledge. Because deep down, everyone feels that something big is changing. Part 6: The middle class squeeze. The middle class used to represent stability. A house, a car, a decent life. But today many middle-class families feel trapped. Why? Because expenses are rising faster than income. People are using credit cards just to survive. Debt is increasing globally. And many families are one emergency away from financial disaster. This pressure creates stress, anxiety, and uncertainty. Meanwhile, the wealthy continue accumulating assets. This creates a dangerous cycle. The rich earn from investments. The middle class works for income. The poor struggle with debt. And if this trend continues, the divide could become much larger by 2026. But remember, understanding the system already puts you ahead of millions. Because most people never study money. Schools teach people how to work for money. But very few teach how money itself works. Part 7: What smart people are doing right now. So what are financially smart people doing before 2026? First, they are learning constantly. Because knowledge is becoming more valuable than ever. Second, they are building multiple income streams. Depending on one's salary today is risky. Third, they are investing in skills and assets, not just consuming. Fourth, they are using technology instead of fearing it. And finally, they're thinking long-term. Most people focus only on surviving this month. Wealthy people think in years and decades. That mindset difference changes everything. Part 8: How to avoid being left behind. Now here's the good news. You do not need to be born rich to improve your future. But you do need awareness. Start learning financial education. Understand investing. Build useful skills. Avoid unnecessary debt. Use the internet to your advantage. And most importantly, stop believing that hard work alone guarantees success. In today's economy, strategy matters more than ever. Because the people who adapt fastest often win the biggest rewards. 2026 could absolutely divide rich and poor more dramatically. But it can also become the year you change your financial direction forever. The choice starts now. The future is changing faster than most people realize. Some people will ignore the warning signs and struggle even more in the coming years. Others will prepare, learn new skills, build assets, and create opportunities. The difference between those two groups may define the next decade. So the real question is, which group will you belong to? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful content about money, wealth, and the future economy. This is Wealth Flow, and I'll see you in the next video. Disclaimer: this video is created for educational and informational purposes only. The content shared on this channel does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice. Always do your own research and consult a qualified professional before making any financial decisions. Views expressed in this video are based on publicly available information, market trends, and personal opinions. Wealth Flow is not responsible for any financial losses or decisions made by viewers after watching this content.